Mary McLeod Bethune was born in 1875 after Congress authorized the 13th Amendment freeing the slaves. She had been born a free child. After the Civil War, her parents bought a small cotton farm in South Carolina. Mary learned very early to pick cotton, sometimes working 15 straight hours in the fields. She also helped her mother with washing and ironing clothes for white families on nearby plantations, and often would help deliver the laundry. Two little white girls, about Mary's age, lived on one of the plantations. One day, they invited her to play with them in their beautiful little playhouse.
Mary, can't you make the baby stop crying?
Do something, Mary. She's spoiling our tea time.
Put that book down. I just want to feel it.
You heard her put it down.
I ain't going to hurt it. Books are for people who can read. You can't read.
That's right. Negroes aren't supposed to read.
Mary rushed out of the little house. What had she done, she asked herself. Touched something, that was all. Just touched it.
I told them I wasn't going to hurt it. Just because they can read and I can't. Why does there have to be all this trouble between black folks and white folks?
Come along, Mary. Time we be getting back to our cotton, honey.
Mama, my mind's made up. I'm going to learn to read.
Child, not too many colored folks knows how. Before the war, it was against the law to teach Negroes to read. And you know there's no school hereabouts for colored children.
But I was born free, Mama. Wasn't I?
That's so.
Then it ain't fair that I can't learn to read just like white children do.
I hope someday you will learn how to read.
Don't hope so, Mama. No, sir.
Mary's prayers were answered, for soon after, a church school for black children was opened about 5 miles from Mary's home. Every day for 6 years, she walked those 5 miles to and from the one-room school. She learned to read and write and to do arithmetic. After graduating, Mary received a scholarship to another school in North Carolina. The scholarship was provided by a Miss Mary Chrisman, a white Quaker dressmaker from Denver, Colorado, who had decided to use her small life savings to help put some poor black girl through school. Well, Mary did so well there that Miss Chrisman sent enough money for a second scholarship, which paid Mary's way to the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago, Illinois. She studied to be a missionary and hoped to teach in Africa. However, when she was graduated from Moody, she was told that there were no openings in foreign service at that time. Terribly disappointed, she accepted a teaching assignment in Augusta, Georgia. And it was there that she began to understand something. Much later in her life, she described it this way.
I saw Negroes in Augusta crowded into one small slum section. I saw children, ragged and dirty, running in the streets. I could see that Africans in America needed teachers just as much as Africans in Africa. Right then and there, I decided that someday I'd start my own school. It would be in a place where there were no other school for black children. I would try to do for them what was done for me.
After completing her work in Augusta, Mary fell in love with a young teacher named Albertus Bethune. They were married in 1898 and later had a baby boy named Albertus Jr. The small family then settled in the state of Florida, where Mary continued her teaching.
I still had not forgotten my dream to start my own school. It would be a new kind of school for Negro girls. They would be taught lessons from books. They would learn homemaking. They would be taught how to earn a living. Their minds would be trained to think, their hands to work, and their hearts to have faith.
On a bright summer day in 1904, Mary traveled to the city of Daytona, Florida, where she was determined to start her school. She rented an empty shack for $11 a month and after much work started the Daytona Educational and Industrial Training School for Negro girls. It was such a long name that most people just called it the school. The first official enrollment was made up of 5 girls and 1 small boy, her son Albertus. Mary taught from a desk which she had made from a packing crate, and the pupils sat on boxes rescued from the city dump. They used charcoal slivers from burned logs for pencils and elderberry juice for ink. Pieces of store wrapping paper, carefully smoothed out, were used for writing paper. The gift of an old cook stove made it possible for Mary to prepare food for her girls. It also helped her bake lots of sweet potato pies, which she sold to make money for the school. She rode an old bicycle to church and club meetings where she explained the purpose of her school and asked for money to keep it going. As the school grew, Mary trained the girls in singing, and the school choir gave concerts to raise more money. And many of the wealthy people who vacationed at Daytona Beach in Florida made generous contributions to Mary's school, making it possible for her to buy land for a new building, which was completed in 1907. Raising money for her school was only one of the many problems that Mary had to face. There was the awful night that 80 members of the Ku Klux Klan circled her school in their ghostly white sheets, carrying blazing torches. They were there because they didn't like the fact that Mary had been encouraging black people to vote. The Klansmen, who had been torturing and even killing blacks, who had been burning and looting their homes and their schools, thought they could scare her. But Mary was outside waiting for them, and she walked right up to the leader.
What is it that you want?
Now you listen good, Negro. We're gonna burn these buildings down if y'all don't stop teaching your people they can vote.
If you burn them down, I'll build them up again.
The Klansmen did not follow through with their threat. And over the years, Mary's school grew in enrollment and curriculum, and in 1925 was combined with Cookman Institute, a men's college in Jacksonville, Florida, becoming what is known today as Bethune-Cookman College. In 1945, when a conference was held to make up the rules for the United Nations, Mary was appointed an official advisor to the UN delegates.
Those of us who serve the UN must make the plan that will help poor people everywhere. I am speaking for the people of all the races and all the creeds who now look to us to make a better world.
When Mary McLeod Bethune died in 1955, she left a legacy of love, hope, belief in education, and racial dignity to people everywhere.
Think with your minds, work with your hands, have faith in your heart.